Hi again, I'm Andre from GrowthMate. In part 1, we covered what backlinks are, how they work technically, and how to choose natural anchor text. Now we will take the next step. Why can two similar looking backlinks have completely different value? Where should a strong backlink lead? And how can we acquire links without creating unnecessary SEO risks? We will answer these questions and finish by comparing one strong backlink with one weak backlink. In part 1, we compared backlinks to votes of confidence, but recommendations do not carry equal weight. Advice from an industry expert usually matters more than a random suggestion from a stranger. Search engines evaluate links through a similar general principle. PageRank helps explain the original logic behind this process. PageRank was created to evaluate pages through the links pointing to them. Its purpose was not simply to count backlink. A link from a page already trusted by the authoritative source could carry more weight, so both the number of links and the quality of their sources mattered. A page also distributed value across its ongoing links. Modern Google systems are far more complex than the original PageRank formula. However, the practical idea remains useful. A page citing several relevant sources may transfer more value to each one than a directory containing hundreds of unrelated links. Google removed the public PageRank score many years ago, but it still analyzes how pages connected across the web. It combines this information with many other ranking signals. We simply cannot see Google's internal PageRank score. SEO specialists therefore use the term link equity. Link equity describes the authority or value transferred through a link. Backlinks bring external value into a website. Internal links help distribute that value between pages on the same domain. This does not mean the website should fear linking to useful sources. Relevant external links can improve content and help readers verify information. A page does not lose all its authority simply because it cites another resource. Several factors determine the practical value of a backlink. The first factor is the strength of a linking page. A page without strong backlink of its own can usually transfer more potential value. A new or isolated page may have weaker page level signals. This difference can exist even when both pages belong to the same domain. The second factor is the website's overall authority and reputation. Do not judge a website through one SEO metric alone. Check whether it has a real audience, look at the quality and consistency of its content, consider whether its authors and editorial purpose appears trustworthy. The third factor is relevance. Strong relevance usually exists on three different levels. The website should relate to the broader industry, the specific article should connect with the target page, the surrounding paragraph should explain why the link belongs there. Without the connection of a placement, it may look weak or artificial. The fourth factor is the number and quality of outgoing links. A citation among several useful sources may carry more meaning. A link buried among hundreds of unrelated URLs may provide less value. An excessive number of commercial links can also signal poor editorial standards. The fifth factor is placement and technical condition. Links inside the main content usually carry more context. Footer, sidebar, and author biography links often provide less meaning. The referring page should also be crawled and indexed. The link itself must be active, visible, and correctly implemented. Imagine two links leading to the same coffee maker guide. The first appears on a famous media website, however, it sits inside an unrelated paragraph surrounded by random sources. The second appears on a smaller website focused entirely on coffee. The author includes it while explaining why the guide is useful. The second link may be stronger. The website, article, paragraph, and destination all make sense together. This example shows why domain authority is not enough. Metrics such as DR, DA, UR, PA can support the initial analysis. However, they are third-party estimates, not Google's internal scores. Use them alongside traffic, relevance, content quality, and page level authority. A backlink is not simply present or absent. It is channels through which value can flow, and every channel has a different capacity. Even a strong backlink may have limited impact when it points to the wrong page. Choosing the destination is therefore a strategic decision. Most target pages fall into four categories. Homepage. Branded anchors and unique URLs naturally point to the homepage. This usually happens when people discuss the company as a whole. The homepage can then distribute values through internal links. Money pages. Money pages include product, service, category, pricing, and tool pages. Businesses want these pages to run because they generate revenue. However, attracting natural backlinks to them can be difficult. The reason is simple. These pages usually sell rather than provide something worth citing. Blog pages. Articles, reviews, tutorials, and guides are easier to reference. They can attract backlinks and strengthen topical authority. They can also support commercial pages through internal links. Linkable assets. Linkable assets are resources created to deserve citations. Examples include original research, statistics, free tools, and calculators. Besides, templates, visualizations, and comprehensive guides can also become linkable assets. Direct link building to money pages can become unnatural. Imagine writing an independent industry article. Would you naturally link to a page called Buy a Coffee Maker Today with a 30% off? Sometimes a product page is a logical destination. A review may directly discuss that specific product, but dozens of backlinks with the exact commercial anchors can look manipulative. A stronger route is created something writers genuinely need. Journalists need original data. Writers need statistics, diagrams, tools, and clear explanations. A strong linkable asset gives them all reasons to cite your website. External link can point to the research, guide, or tool. Internal links can then connect that asset with relevant money pages. For example, a coffee equipment store could publish research about home coffee habits. Media and bloggers could cite that study. The study could then link to internal coffee makers, grinders, and accessories. So, where does the backlink lead? Is just as important as where did it come from. A strong strategy begins with the page worth citing. Most link building tactics can be grouped into four routes. You can add links, ask for links, buy links, or earn links. A useful general pattern connects all four routes. The easier a link is to obtain, the less value it often carries. Value usually increases when the link represents a real editorial decision. Route 1. Adding. Adding means creating the link yourself. Examples include relevant directories and business profiles. Industry platforms and social networks also belong to this category. Forums and questions and answer websites may provide additional opportunities. These links are usually easy to create, therefore, their direct SEO value is often limited. Many also use nofollow or UGC attributes. However, good profiles and directories can still provide a foundation. They establish a basic online presence. They can make the backlink profile look more complete and natural. They may also generate referral traffic from real users. Choose platforms that generally audience actually use and avoid automated mass submissions to irrelevant websites. Route 2. Asking. Asking means acquiring links through outreach. This is the foundation of professional link building. You contact an author, editor, or website owner. Then you propose something genuinely useful for their audience. The main question should not be, how do we get a backlink? A better question is, why would this improve the article for its readers? Content collaborations include guest posts and niche edits. A guest post provides a useful article and additional expertise. A niche edit improves existing content with a better data or stronger source. It may also add relevant explanation that was previously missing. Other opportunity already contain a natural place for your brand. Examples include resource page, listicle, and unlinked mentions. Broken link outreach helps replace a missing or unavailable source. Outdated link outreach provides a current alternative to obsolete information. Digital PR and relationships can also generate backlinks. Examples include expert commentary, interviews, podcasts, and partnerships. Integrations and genuine testimonials may create relevant links as well. Healthy outreach tactics share one principle. The backlink appears because something useful was contributed. Problems begin when the editorial reason disappears. Mass exchanges and weak guest posts can create unnatural patterns. Repeated exact match anchors can create additional risks. Route 3. Buying. A paid link may look like a guest post or niche edit. It may also appear inside a listicle or comparison page. The difference is why the link exists. With healthy outreach, the publisher sees value in the material. With direct link buying, payment becomes the only reason. Google allows advertising and commercial sponsorships. However, paid links should use sponsored or nofollow attributes. Buying undisclosed follow links to influence rankings violates Google's spam policies. Websites selling links at scale often develop additional problems. They may publish unrelated content across many industries. Besides, their pages can become overloaded with commercial external links. This reduces editorial quality and may weaken the placement. Do not confuse buying backlinks with paying for legitimate services. Paying an agency like GrowthMate for research, outreach, or digital PR is not automatically link buying. Paying for genuine advertising is also a different activity. The important question is what the payment actually purchases. Are you paying for professional work and promotion, or are you directly buying an undisclosed ranking signal? Route 4. Earning. Earn links appears because people consider your content worth citing. They may reference your data, product, research, or ideas. Earned links often begins with the strong linkable asset. However, even excellent resources need an initial discovery. Promotion, digital PR, and early outreach can introduce them to the right audience. One effective approach focuses on searches made by journalists and writers. They often search for market statistics and user numbers. They also need research, findings, and expert explanations. When your pages rank for these searches, writers can discover them independently. They may then cite the resource without receiving direct outreach. This process is sometimes described as reverse outreach. Instead of constantly searching for publishers, publishers discover your resource. A new website may begin with the several relevant foundational links. It can also begin with simple and highly targeted outreach. As the project grows, the strategy should become more systematic. The focus can shift toward asking and earning. Strong linkable assets make both approaches more effective. Adding can support foundation. Buying should not become the foundation of the strategy. Use one control question for every tactic. Would the author add this if they genuinely cared about helping their readers? If the answer is yes, connection is probably healthy. Now, let's apply this evaluation process to a real example. We will begin with a backlink that demonstrates several strong signals. On screen, you can see an article about Instagram stories. Inside the main content, the article links to another practical guide. The link guide provides additional tips that supports the original discussion. First, let us examine the immediate content around the link. Both pages discuss the same broader topic, Instagram stories. The surrounding sentence explains why the additional guide may help the reader. This creates a clear connection between the referring page and the destination. The link is not inserted randomly. It continues the explanation and provides the useful additional information. Its placement is also important. The backlink appears inside the main body of the article. It is not hidden in a footer, sidebar, or author biography. This gives the link more context and makes its editorial purpose clearer. Next, let us look at one of the external links on the page. The article references additional sources, which is completely normal. However, it is not overloaded with dozens of unrelated commercial links. The backlink appears among a reasonable number of useful references. Now, let us move beyond the visible content. Page-level data can help us understand the potential strengths of the source. In Ahrefs, we can see that this specific article receives organic traffic. The page also referring domains pointing to it. These signals suggest that the page has visibility and authority of its own. The overall website also has strong domain level signals. It has substantial organic visibility and a strong backlink profile. However, remember that domain authority alone would not be enough. In this example, it supports an already relevant and well-placed backlink. Finally, we should confirm that the referring article is indexed. The page is accessible to Google and appears in the search index. This means search engines can process the page and discover the backlink. Now, let's combine all the evidence. The source and destination are topically connected, the anchor appears in a relevant and useful sentence, the link sits naturally inside the main content. The page is not overloaded with unrelated external links. It also has positive page level and domain level signals. Finally, the referring page is accessible and indexed. Together, these factors make this a strong backlink. Now, let us compare that placement with a weaker backlink. At first glance, this second link may not look problematic. It appears inside an article about Shopify, applications. The specific section discussed a customer service platform. The link page also focuses on customer service, so the immediate connection between the paragraph and destination is relevant. However, we should never evaluate a backlink through one signal alone. When we examine the entire referring page, the situation becomes less convincing. The article is a broad list of many different Shopify applications. It covers tools for several different product categories. Therefore, the overall page has only moderate relevance to the link article. The immediate paragraph makes sense, but the complete article is not strongly focused on the destination-specific topics. Next, let us examine the page linking pattern. The article contains a large number of external links. Many of them use commercial and keyword-rich anchor text. Several links up point to different pages on the same company website. This makes the overall pattern appears more optimized and less editorially natural. Now, let us review the page level signals in Ahrefs. In this example, the specific referring page has no estimated organic traffic. It also has no referring domains pointing to it. This means the page has very limited authority and visibility of its own. The overall domain may still have respectable metrics. It may receive organic traffic and have a strong domain rating. However, strong domain level metrics cannot automatically make every page valuable. The specific page still has weak signals. It also contains many outgoing links and a commercially optimized linking pattern. Finally, the referring article is indexed and accessible to Google. This is a necessary positive signal, but indexation only confirms that Google can discover and process the page. It does not prove that the backlink is strong. Let us combine the evidence. The link has reasonable relevance inside its immediate paragraph. However, the broader article is only moderately related to the destination. This page contains many commercial and keyword-rich links. It has no organic traffic and no referring domains in the provided analysis. Several links also point to the same destination domain. The domain itself may have authority. The page may also be indexed, but those positive factors do not remove the page level weakness. For these reasons, we would classify this as a weak backlink. Before approving any backlink, ask yourself three main questions. Is the referring page generally relevant? Does the page have potential to pass meaningful value? And does the link generally help the reader? No single metric can answer all three questions. A strong domain does not guarantee a strong page. Indexation does not guarantee backlink value. Contextual relevancy alone cannot compensate for every other weakness. A professional evaluation combines several elements. It includes context and page level evidence. It also includes domain level signals and technical accessibility. And finally, it requires careful manual analysis. When these signals work together, a backlink can strengthen authority. It can also support organic visibility and generate relevant traffic. It can also improve the brand's broader online reputation. That's what we need. Today, we've explored what determines the real value of a backlink. We've covered PageRank, link equity, relevance, and page level strengths. We discussed different target pages and linkable assets. We also compared adding, asking, buying, and earning. Finally, we used one evaluation process to compare a strong backlink with a weak one. The main lesson is simple. Domain metrics alone are never enough. Every backlink requires context, evidence, and manual analysis. In the next video, we will discuss how to evaluate referring websites. We'll also explore how to find potential domains for link building campaigns. So, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.